Hi guys, it's Debbie from What's Mama Cooking For Us, and today we're making another great cookie. They're called Biscotti, and they're actually called Cantucci cookies, but like in Italian and Italy, they call like most of their cookies, they call them all Biscotti. But I don't know how this one, Cantucci, took over what we consider Biscotti. But anyway, and that just means that they're twice baked. The biscotti, that's how you pronounce it, like the male name Scott Biscotti. And so let's go over the ingredients. These are so simple, easy, and so delicious, you guys. We're gonna bake them at 350 degrees, and we need 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 3 eggs, a tablespoon of baking powder, a tablespoon of vanilla or almond, whichever you choose, 3/4 cups of vegetable oil, and a cup of potatoes. Okay, let's get that out. 1 cup of pistachios and 1 cup of cranberries, which are called craisins. If you've never heard of them or used them, they're just dried cranberries, just like raisins. And you can substitute raisins or any nut. And these are just so easy to cook. The only real tough part than a normal cookie is you just have to bake them again after you take them out of the oven for the first round. You take them out, slice them after a few minutes, slice them, and then put them back in for 5 minutes, and then flip them in another 5 minutes. It's simple. It's easy. They're so delicious. They're incredible, actually, guys. So let's get everything set up, and let's get going because Christmas is just around the corner. Okay, so... excuse me, I'm eating pistachios. I have 3 cups of flour, so I like to go over the ingredients again. I've been messing up my recipes on my videos, so look in the description if you have a question or you think I said something earlier in the video and then changed it at the end because I'm looking at another number and then I put it with another number, like I did yesterday with my cranberry salad. Well, actually, that was today. I said 10 ounces of cranberries, but it was really 12 ounces because I was looking at the 10-ounce bag of the marshmallows. But anyway, you guys know I'm crazy. So let's go over these ingredients. 3 cups of flour. And for this recipe, sugar is considered part. Okay, so we need 1 cup of sugar. So that's a half. Let's get another one out of there. See if I can get it. Okay, 1 cup of sugar, 3 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and then you want to give that a whisk. Usually sugar goes in with our wet ingredients, but for some reason in this recipe, it goes with the dry. So I just whisk that up, or you could sift it, but it's not necessary. But I just like to make sure the baking powder's in there really, really well. And it just lightens it up and softens it up. You can see how soft it is like. Okay, and then you put your 1 cup of pistachios, 1 cup of the craisins, which are cranberries, dried cranberries, in case you don't know. I want to make sure I'm giving the right things. And then you just mix that up. And then that way they kind of get floured, and that way they get better mixed into the mixture. So then you just give that a really good mix and then set that to the side, and we'll start with the wet ingredients. Okay, so we got all our ingredients in there. We're just going to stir it really well. See how easy this was? I mean, this is so simple. And they're going to be so good. Now, I just want to say, I put the whole pistachios in there. You might want to chop yours, or, chop them with a knife or chop them in your food processor. Because I'm not sure how good the knife's going to cut through those, but I like the whole ones when I buy them in the store. But they probably have, these big factory machines that do all those cutting. So we're just going to use a regular house knife. But, yeah, so you just get this all mixed completely together. And then you want to pack it really good in a ball. And then put it in your fridge for at least an hour. And I'm going to get this continued stirred all the way and then show you. You don't have to, but you can get your hands right in there and get all that flour down at the bottom, because you're going to put your hands on it anyway to put it and form it into a ball. So I just want to make sure there's no pockets of flour at the bottom. I use my rubber scraper, scrape down my bowl. Try to get down there as best you can. So let me get this in a perfect ball. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, but a ball. And I'll be right back, guys. Okay, you guys, that was a workout. But I took a minute and I cleared the bowl and folded in all the flour and made sure I got it all. And then I kind of rolled it around, patted it in, and then I'm still forming it because to see the cracks, and you don't want these cracks, so you want to get it really good. So don't hesitate to be a little rough with it and get it into a good tight. You want it really, really tight because you don't want them falling apart in the oven. So I'm going to put this in the fridge for an hour, and of course you could do it overnight if you want. Yeah, look at how I'm doing this with one hand, but you know the deal. And I was saying you can do it overnight. It's fine too. And then in an hour, set your temperature to 350. They're going to cook for 22, let me see. Yeah, about 22 to 25 minutes. And then what you do is you take them out, you let them rest 10 minutes. Then we put them back in for 5 minutes. I'll show you that part. And then we flip them and put them in for another 5 minutes. But yes, so get your cookie sheet ready and then get your dishes done. And then all you got to do is pop them in the oven and then flip them, and like what I just said, and you're all done and they're all ready, and they're great for gifts. And make a double batch. Make 2 or 3 batches. They're so good. And use whatever varieties of nuts and raisins or craisins or almonds. Oh my gosh, walnuts. Just, whatever you choose. You could add zest from lemons, oranges. You can, make it any way you want. The different flavorings. Okay, guys. I just took my biscotti out of the fridge. And I'm just going to cut it in half. Take a big knife. Strong, heavy-duty knife. Let's see if I got that half. Okay. Oh. There we go. Get down to the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is just take them. Oh, look at that, you guys. Oh, let me show you that again up close. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. And let's just bring this up here so we can see it better. And I'm just going to take it and form it into a log. Kind of like you would make a meatloaf. This just came out. I let it sit for a little bit, but it's a little still cold. Let me get it shaped a little bit better. All right, I'm having a little trouble doing this on camera, but just keep pressing it down and molding it like that. And I'm just going to make it bigger and bigger, flatter and flatter, just so you get the idea. It's hard for me to do it with one hand, but let me just get it all set. All right, they're all ready to go in the oven. I just wanted to just remind you, just push and squeeze and it gets bigger. It's push down, squeeze out. And so these are all set to go in the oven, 22 to 25 minutes. I'll show you what they look like. If you can hear my doggy snoring in the background, that's him, my little 4-pound Chihuahua. You hear that? Oh my God, these Cantucci's, they just came out of the oven. They're absolutely beautiful. Look at that. You want to get a little browning on top. They cooked about 25 minutes. And it's going to be different depending on the size of your log, your oven. But look at those beauties. Don't touch them. And then in about 10 minutes, I'm going to take them off and put them on a cooling rack. And then we slice them and then we put them back in the oven for another about 5 minutes. So I'll show you that step in 10 minutes. All right, so it's been 10 minutes and they're nice and firmed up now. And then I just take my spatula and just give them a little lift underneath to make sure that they're not sticking anywhere. and do it really gently, and then put it over on your cooling rack. So these have cooled 10 minutes. I, kept it on the cooling rack and I let it cool 10 minutes. And then you want to take a nice serrated knife and just cut them. I'm trying to do this behind the camera, guys, so forgive me. So you just want to cut them about 3/4 of an inch or so. And what I'm going to do is cut these off camera because it's going to be a lot easier for me to hold it. Because I'll need to hold it like this so that these pieces aren't falling off. But you get the idea. So I have them all cut. And I'm going to put them back in the oven for about 5 minutes. And depending on how big or small you cut them, or how big or small your loaf turned out, you should get about anywhere between 18 to 20 cookies. Alright, so they just came out of the oven for the first 5 minutes. And just take your spatula and kind of go under them just so they're loosened a little bit. So it's not too hard because some of them are a little stuck. But they're a little easier to handle now that they've been in once. And just give them all a flip. And you can see the different color now. It actually does the bottom on that side. And now it's going to do the other side. So they look delicious. I'm going to stick them back in for another 5 minutes after I flip them all. And then they'll be all done and all ready to eat. And I have a little bonus, the little scraps that fell off. And it's okay if a few break. I mean, it's no big deal. They're homemade. And, yeah. So when you take them out of the oven for the second time, well, actually, it's the third time, put them on a cooling rack and just let them cool for a bit. And then you can package them up or serve them up or however you plan on using them. And, of course, I had a couple of casualties. This one broke, but, it's no big deal. They're still edible, still delicious. And I hope you guys enjoy these. Let me set them up on a plate and so we can just see just how pretty they turned out. All right, you guys, we've come to the end. These are so beautiful. They smell so good, you guys. They taste delicious. And I hope you guys give these a try. I just want everyone to be safe this holiday. I hope you're being safe from COVID. And I hope and I'm praying that you're safe. And I'm praying for anybody who's lost any loved ones during this time. And thanks for sharing time with me. If you're new and you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And why when I get to that part do I always get tongue-tied? But anyway, show me some love. Thanks to all my supporters. I can't thank you guys enough. I enjoy doing this so much. And it's really changed my life having a YouTube channel now. And I know this probably sounds a little, I don't know. But I'm proud of myself. I've accomplished a great feat for me. And so I hope you guys continue watching. I have a Merry Christmas. And I got more cookies coming up, so stay tuned. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Be blessed.